Welcome back to Warriors News Fan Report, where we bring you the latest and most exciting sports news every single day. Could the Golden State Warriors be on the verge of pulling off a seismic roster move that sends ripples through the entire NBA and potentially extends the Steph Curry era into yet another deep playoff run? Tonight, we're unpacking whispers and credible reports that Golden State's front office is eyeing a veteran big man whose name you might not expect to see in a Warriors jersey. But before I reveal who it is, or why this acquisition could redefine our championship odds, let's set the stage. The Warriors' core trio of Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson remains one of the most fearsome in basketball history. Yet age and injuries have increasingly tested their limits. Curry turns 37 next season, Green and Thompson are 35, and last year's playoff tournament exposed a glaring vulnerability: a lack of depth in the front court that was brutally magnified when Curry missed time. Without his gravity on the court, opponents crowded the paint, forcing smaller rotations that drained energy and momentum. In a crowded Western Conference where every matchup feels like a playoff elimination game, improving that second-unit toughness isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Enter a surprising name generating serious buzz around the Bay Area: Brook Lopez. Yes, the longtime Milwaukee Bucks center and California native is set to hit unrestricted free agency on July 1st, and ESPN's salary cap guru Bobby Marks highlighted Lopez as a major player for the Warriors using their non-taxpayer mid-level exception, projected at $14.1 million. Think about that for a moment. Lopez, at 37, averaged 13.0 points, 5.0 rebounds, and a staggering 1.9 blocks per game last season, ranking third in the NBA in shot blocks. He's not just a rim protector, he's a switchable big who can step out into the mid-range, hit the occasional three, and anchor a second-unit defense with his length and timing. But what would Lopez bring to Golden State, and how would he fit alongside Curry and the crew? First, let's talk defense. When the Warriors tried to fill the center position after losing Kevon Looney to injury in the playoffs, they turned to a patchwork of wings and small ball lineups that worked only up to a point. On numerous occasions, opponents carved them up, in the paint, attacking rotational mistakes and exploiting mismatches. With Lopez, the Warriors would instantly reclaim an intimidating rim protector capable of altering shots without fouling. His two-man game with Curry and pick-and-pop scenarios could, or could it, revive an old-school spacing dynamic that spreads defenses thin and forces help defenders to choose between contesting Curry's pull-up or losing track of Lopez rolling to the rim. Next, consider how Lopez's presence could impact the bench unit. Andrew Wiggins, Jordan Poole, and Jonathan Kuminga form a high-energy group but lack consistent interior presence. In late-game situations when every possession matters, having Lopez patrol the paint could buy crucial seconds, secure rebounds, and give the Warriors more runouts in transition. Could this be the X factor that turns 5-point deficits into 5-point leads? Fans are already imagining Game 6 of a tight Western Conference semifinal, where Lopez bails out Curry's off night with a pair of block-and-run sequences that electrify the crowd. Of course, signing Lopez isn't without its challenges. The Warriors' cap sheet is tighter than ever, and committing $14.1 million to a single veteran reduces flexibility for mid-season trades or other small improvements. Can Mike Dunleavy Jr. and the front office resist sinking that MLE into a different rotation need? That's a real question. Plus, Lopez will need to buy into a reduced role. No longer the go-to scorer he was alongside Giannis Antetokounmpo, but a complementary piece whose touches might be limited to 15 to 18 minutes per game. Is it possible that Lopez, used to bigger usage rates, embraces that role and thrives on the opportunity to chase rings in what could be his final NBA seasons? Let's not gloss over the human side. Lopez grew up in North Hollywood and has always spoken fondly of his California roots. Returning home in a Warriors uniform would be a fairy tale narrative, bringing a Bay Area kid back to the team he cheered for as a teenager. Imagine the storylines. Lopez, once a high school standout in the LA basketball scene, now anchoring a Warriors championship bid in Oracle Arena, under the bright California lights he once dreamed beneath. All of this raises the central question: could Brook Lopez really become a Warrior next season? The possibilities are tantalizing. With his shot-blocking prowess, floor spacing, and veteran leadership, Lopez could address multiple weaknesses in one fell swoop. Yet the salary cap realities and the need to integrate him smoothly into a championship-caliber rotation pose significant hurdles. Is Golden State prepared to make that bet, or will they search for cheaper alternatives like JaVale McGee on a minimum deal or double down on small ball lineups? As I reflect on all these layers, my inner die-hard Warriors fan can't help but feel a surge of excitement. The thought of Curry raining deep threes with Lopez lurking behind him to gobble every missed shot ignites the imagination. But I also caution patience. This is still speculation, fueled by insider whispers and cap projections. The real answer will only emerge come July when free agency opens and Warriors fans collectively hold their breath. What do you think, Warriors faithful? Is Brook Lopez the missing puzzle piece for another title run? Or should Golden State look elsewhere, perhaps invest that MLE in a sharpshooter or a younger two-way wing? I'm dying to read your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, thanks for watching Warriors News Fan Report. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Warriors News Fan Report, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. If you're hyped for every twist in the Warriors' potential title run, smash that like button, hit subscribe to Warriors News Fan Report, and ring the bell, because the offseason's blockbuster moves could redefine this dynasty. Let's pick up where we left off, imagining Brook Lopez in a Warriors uniform. His shot blocking alone sends shivers down any opponent's spine. Picture him patrolling the paint, swatting away drives from Nikola Jokic, Anthony Davis, or Karl Anthony Towns. But more than pure rim protection, Lopez's timing on contests could transform Golden State's second-unit defense into a lockdown unit. No longer would Andre Iguodala or Damian Lee be forced into assigning 7-footers one-on-one. Instead, Lopez becomes the bulwark that allows those wings to pressure the perimeter fearlessly. Offensively, it's tempting to envision a reimagined motion offense. Kerr loves his 5-out sets with multiple threats. Now, add Lopez as a threat on the weak side. Curry dribbles left wing, kicks to Wiggins at the top, who swings to Poole in the corner. Lopez darts from the high post, sealing his man, and curls to the rim for a lob finish. It sounds choreographed for highlights, but the spacing works. Lopez's shooting threat at 16 to 18 feet, he shot 38% from that range last season, stretches defenses just enough to open driving lanes for Curry's trademark step backs. Beyond X's and O's, consider the intangible impact. Leadership. Lopez has won a championship ring alongside Giannis in 2021, understands playoff intensity, and has mentored younger Bucks stars. In a locker room filled with familiar faces, Curry, Draymond, Wiggins, Lopez could slot right in and raise the professionalism bar. His presence mitigates the risk of missed rotations from inexperienced bigs and steadies the second unit when the starters rest. Now, the elephant in the room: cost. Committing $14.1 million of the MLE to Lopez means less room for midseason adjustments. But weigh that against the alternative, leaving the front court thin, waiting on development from rookie A.J. Griffin or second-year Johnny Juzang, and praying that Kevon Looney stays healthy. It's a gamble, but Lopez is a known commodity, a TC, virtual guarantee of 1.5 to 2.0 blocks per game, and 25-plus minutes of reliable play night in, night out. What about roster ripple effects? If Lopez signs, will Looney's role shrink? Possibly. Imagine starting Wiggins at power forward, Draymond at center, then rotating Lopez and Looney off the bench. Those lineups would morph from small ball fluff to imposing two big sets that can grind in half-court sets and then stretch out for fast breaks. Kerr's blueprint has always been adaptability. Now he'd have the tools to switch seamlessly between death lineup and iron curtain defense. Let's not forget the fans. Oracle or Chase Center would erupt every time Lopez flips the ball down the lane. Social media would buzz with Ñar Lopez Lob Night highlights, a new craze akin to Looney Tunes. Local businesses might print T-shirts celebrating his first splash in blue and gold. The cultural impact alone could reignite the Bay Area's passion in ways we haven't seen since the 2018 finals run. Of course, every move has a counter-argument. Some will say Lopez is aging, a 37-year-old whose best athletic years are behind him. His rebounding numbers, 5.0 boards per game, aren't elite, and he often concedes second-chance opportunities when boxed out by stronger bigs. Then there's the risk of hesitation. If his mobility drops, he could become a liability in transition, leaving Curry and the guards chasing back against teams like Phoenix or Denver. But consider this. The Warriors' identity has always been next man up. Kerr and the staff aren't afraid to ride high-usage guards or small ball fives. If Lopez misses a rotation, Draymond can salvage it. If he struggles on the boards, Curry's team rebounds at the third highest rate in the league. The system can absorb an occasional misstep because the collective talent compensates. Now, let's play What If. What if the Lopez signing is just the opening move? Could the Warriors pivot and use the remainder of their space exception on a veteran wing, say Kent Bazemore on a minimum deal, to complement Andrew Wiggins? Or could they hold on to a sliver of cap for a future trade package, dangling a mid-level, expiring contract in a swap for a James Harden-type backcourt partner? This is the summer-long chess match. Sign Lopez, get an immediate upgrade, and then decide whether to chase a sharpshooter or keep ammo for a trade. And let's not overlook the draft. If Lopez bolsters the front court and the team commits to veteran leadership, the Warriors could opt to grab a high-upside wing with their first-round pick, someone like Keontae George or Nikola Topic, depending on their selection. Pairing a rookie wing, Curry, Poole, and Lopez in certain lineups would be a delightful blend of youthful energy and championship funk. As Warriors fans, we crave that next championship ring, that feeling of us against the world as we believe. 2.0. Signing Lopez would signal to the league, we're not done yet. We're going all in on one more run. It tells rival GMs, if you want to match this roster, you'll have to come harder. And to the doubters who claimed the end was near for the Splash Brothers, it would be the ultimate rebuttal. Not on my watch. So, there you have it, Splash Nation. A comprehensive look at why Brook Lopez to the Warriors isn't just possible. It's alluring. It addresses so many needs at once: rim protection, veteran leadership, playoff toughness, and front court depth. Sure, there are risks, but is there really a higher reward alternative under the current cap structure? In my heart, I believe this move could unlock another chapter of Golden State brilliance. What do you think? Is Lopez the missing piece for 2026, or should the Warriors chart a different course? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching Warriors News Fan Report. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Warriors News Fan Report, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, keep riding that wave and stay golden.